Could you guys have imagined a better scenario where your senior night doubles as a chance to clinch at least a share of the Big East title?
I mean, it's a great opportunity. We've done a great job of taking one game at a time this year, and we're really focused on just this game tomorrow. And I think we're going to prepare like we did yesterday, today, and we're going to go over all this stuff, and we're going to be ready to play.
Trey, do you think it'll be an emotional introduction tomorrow when you come out with your family and say farewell to the home fans?
You know, I'm not, when it comes, you know, to that type of stuff, I don't really get too emotional. You know, the biggest thing for us is just, you know, trying to make sure we accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. And so, you know, senior night can't be the big spot of our night. You know, we got to finish setting out to do what we plan to do, and that was to, you know, win a Big East championship. And so it'll be, you know, a bittersweet moment because, you know, in your head it's the last time you're going to step on that floor playing in front of those fans. But, you know, at the same time, you still got a job to do.
Do you consider your college career to have been a long experience or a short experience? And where are you as a player now?
No, it's definitely been a long experience, probably too long of an experience now. But I see, you know, just coming in here, I came in, I feel like I came in a mess. You know, I wasn't in the best shape. You know, physically, you know, I felt like, you know, I wasn't where I needed to be able to play in a game of college basketball. And, you know, the trainer stuck with me, strength coaches, they all, you know, were dedicated to try to get me to change. And, you know, eventually, you know, I did. And I stuck with, you know, the routines that they gave me, and, you know, it's done me well.
Trey, you know, this time last year, it was unclear what this team's NCAA future was going to be. Obviously now, you guys are going to be playing for several more weeks. And Sean, I'd like to hear your take on this as well. Does senior night at this stage in the season kind of feel like almost a false deadline because it's not goodbye? We will be seeing you play for several more weeks.
Right, yeah, you know, that's how I look at it, you know. You know, it may just be like the last time we play in this building, but at the same time, I mean, we got plenty more games left. So, you know, that's one of the things why we can't let, you know, the fact of it being called senior night get to our heads. We still got a lot of basketball games left to play, you know, a lot of more moments to cherish. So, you know, I don't even look at this being close to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of along the same lines as Trey. Like, yeah, it's going to be nice to be senior night, kind of get that honor and have our little banquet afterwards. But we know where our focus is, and our focus is on the game. And, you know, ultimately, you know, we want to accomplish something that we have yet to do in our careers, and we have the opportunity to do that. And it just happens to be on our senior night.
Yeah, Sean, a couple of weeks ago we talked to you about a Big East title, and just wondering, did you guys pay attention to the Villanova-Creighton game over the weekend? And when you realize you now have a chance to win it outright, is that even better than winning a share?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually said that in a meeting before the Georgetown game. You know, we obviously had to take care of business at that point to even keep ourselves in contention to win a Big East championship. And, you know, now that we have the opportunity to really claim one, it's, you know, that much more important to us.
For JP and Trey, you guys have become, over the past 4 years, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of competition. Can each of you just kind of talk about how your relationships have developed over your 4 years at Xavier?
Yeah, I mean, we both came in super competitive, wanted to play every single minute of every game. But over the years, I think we've grown closer together on and off the floor. We've been super competitive over the years, and I think the coaches have done a great job of guiding us into the right direction. And I think that our friendship is going to last a really long time.
Hi, Kerem. We've asked you about this at different points throughout the season, but in coming to Xavier, now that at least the regular season is starting to wind down, obviously, like I said, it's very clear you guys will be playing for several more weeks. Did you get out of the Xavier experience what you came here to get, and what was that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously we're having a great season, and we're not done yet. I mean, my journey has been different than all these guys. It's my only year here, and I'm ready to play in the Big East tournament, NCAA tournament.
JP, we haven't seen you a lot this year, as you mentioned in media. Is there any reason for that?
You guys just didn't call me up.
I would disagree with that.
I feel like I heard your name a couple times.
Mr. Eisen didn't come and grab me in the locker room and bring me out here.
Tom doesn't do the best job of make sure you get the guys that they need for media. So questions to him.
I would love to come out here all the time, but I just never get the invite.
He plays favorites.
Yeah. It's all right, Mr. Eisen.
So question, same thing that these guys were asked, is this Xavier experience what you thought it would be, and what do you still want to accomplish in the rest of your senior season?
I mean, when I chose a college, I wanted to go to a college where they make a lot of appearances in the NCAA tournament. And we've gone to March Madness every single year, and I want to make it to a Final Four and win a national championship. And I think we can do that. And we got a lot of great guys on this team, and I think if we stick together and play together, I think we can do that.
Trey, you tested the NBA waters a couple of times, and for a player of your quality in this day and age, maybe it's somewhat unusual, people might say, for someone to stay 4 years. But when you look forward to your career at the next level, what benefits do you think you gain from having 4 full years of college ball as you move forward?
I just feel like, guys that stay 1 or 2 years, whether that's the right decision or not, they don't get as much knowledge as, 4-year guys. And also in that span, I mean, you staying in college, it gives you a chance to work on your game. And, one thing that I've been big on, and one thing that I've been hearing, all the guys that, I grew up with that are in the league now, is that, like, you don't want to just make it to the NBA, you want to stay in the NBA. And I feel like, a lot of guys, that are projected higher, maybe even some that are like, kind of maybe on the edge of getting drafted or not, they still want to go because they want to be there. They want that fame. They want all that. And, being here 4 years, I just feel like it sharpens you up. It gets you ready for those NBA workouts, and, it gives you some wisdom that some freshmen don't have because they didn't stay that long. And, you can just look at guys now that are like 4-year guys that are in the league. Some of them, a lot of them are staying in the league as opposed to, 1 or 2 year guys that got to go through the D League for a couple years and then come back up. So I feel like those are the type of things that benefit being a 4-year guy.
Yeah, Trey, another element for tomorrow night is you're playing one of only 3 teams that managed to beat you guys this year. Does that add a little something extra to the game, and what do you guys most need to do differently?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely didn't forget about, the loss that we took at Providence. We felt like that was one of our worst games as a collective group that we've played all year, and we just felt like we didn't live up to the way we've been playing. And so, on Wednesday, I feel like it'll just be a lot of energy, just because, we got something to prove. We know we didn't play how we were supposed to play, and we're just eager to get back out there and, just try to go again at them.
I know you guys still have a lot of basketball in front of you, but right now you sit at the highest ranking Xavier basketball team ever. You have a chance to clinch Xavier's first ever Big East title. Being your last go-around, have you guys taken a moment to just kind of appreciate, what that means and what the impact that you're going to leave on this university?
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, we did a little earlier. I think all of us had this like exit interview seniors type thing with one of our other guys, but he asked a pretty similar question, and we kind of I think all had a pretty unified response as far as what we wanted our legacy to be here. And I think we've had a lot of really important guys come before us that kind of set a tone that we experienced for 2 years and then kind of took over our last 2 years as a group. As far as what the expectations are for a Xavier team. And this has been one of the expectations for us every year is to win a Big East championship, and we failed to get it. So, it like I said earlier, it just happens to fall on our senior night. It'd be a great accomplishment to be able to do, but I think that's what we ultimately want to be remembered for as far as the regular season accolades go. I think that's it's an incredible accomplishment, especially with where I think the Big East is now and where it'll be in the future.
This is just kind of a question for all four of you guys, and you can answer it or you can decline to answer if you want to. You're all intelligent young men. I'm sure you see what's kind of happening with college basketball, scandal stuff, and I'm not asking you to speak on anything specifically, but I feel like we hear a lot from coaches and from talking heads about kind of what's going on. I'm curious, as a college athlete, what are your thoughts about the system? Are there things that can be improved to avoid things like this? Do you have any general thoughts on it?
Honestly, I don't think any of us have really looked too much into it. We've kind of heard the news a little bit, but when it comes down to details and what's going on, I honestly don't even know exactly what's going on. I just hear all these crazy scandals and numbers and stuff going on. But when it comes down to it, we're focused on more about what's in front of us, what's to come.